The label has apparently confirmed JK's dating and what that is about. We also have the new JiKook travel show apparently being under controversy and people thinking that it might be canceled over some of the gay dating rumors. And then we have JK being threatened and what it's about. So hey Dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Hate it or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Make sure you join us fangirling on Patreon with some free content on Saturdays now, and let's go. JK is being threatened right now, and there's a lot going on with this. I mean, a lot of K-pop idols get threatened all the time, but this time it's a little bit different because it's odd that he is getting any sort of threats while he is not even active right now. If you're unaware of what's going on, let's talk about it and let's have a deep dive into it. Now, I can't say for sure if the controversy has been caused by shippers. However, if you deep dive into any of the controversies that go on within the community, whether that is someone who just is really angry at other fan accounts or even someone who is just really angry at specific members of the group, you'll tend to discover that it has something to do with the shipping. At the heart of what shipping is, it's not a bad thing. It's just fun. It's part of the fan culture. I have nothing against this. And most artists and most labels have nothing against this either. However, what happens within the community is that these people get so obsessed with a specific two members dating and with those specific two members that if anything that comes in the way of potentially jeopardizing or popping the bubble of two members dating, then this becomes a huge issue. Then becomes this person sending death threats. Then this becomes someone who maybe wants to kill another member, now wants to unfollow them. And I've seen that happen a lot, even just within the community that we have over here, where if someone finds out that I'm saying that like two members maybe are dating, maybe not, and then kind of breaking their bubble, I've had people get really angry and say, I'm not going to follow you anymore, but they'll make up a really dumb excuse. Wow, I didn't know you were so rude. And by the way, I think those two people are dating, so I'm going to unfollow you. Just some BS like that. And I've seen it happen with so many groups and artists. Now, there was someone who was potentially telling JK to go end his own life. Someone wrote a really nice message basically saying that JK is seemingly very tired and that when he was doing his promotion for his album, he seemed like he was smiling and seemed really happy, but then if you looked into his eyes, he was very tired. I don't know if anyone gave this person backlash for saying that JK seemed tired, but to me, it is quite obvious that he would be tired. For someone who is promoting and you're gonna go on a late night show and then you're doing a morning show the next day and then you're flying from like New York to California, whatever, yeah, you're bound to be tired, especially if you look at how much the members had filmed before they went to the military. You'll see that they actually filmed a lot of stuff, and of course it was probably during their promotion period. For some reason someone decided to quote tweet this, and I'm assuming it's because it was a popular quote tweet and they knew that by doing this they could get a lot of attention, but they were then saying that JK should end his own life. Obviously any opinion that I have about this, which is obviously that this is a bad thing, would not be something surprising to anyone. I don't even know what to say to this. This is obviously so bad and disgusting. Like, why would someone say this online? And this gets even crazier because this comes at a time where I think people are trying to figure out whether JK is dating Jimin or whether JK is dating V, when in reality he's probably not dating either of them. But since the travel show and the news of it has come out, people were thinking that this confirms that the relationship that JK must have is with Jimin. However, it doesn't prove anything. It proves that they made a show together and that's it. But it goes even deeper than this, and people have had a lot of things to say about this. One of them in particular was that V must have been behind the camera in this show. And that doesn't make any sense to me because if V was joining both of them on a show like this, he would then just be in every episode. I think saying that it is a JK, Jimin, and V travel show is a lot more appealing than if it was just the two of the members. One piece of the evidence that the community puts out was a photo that was posted a long time ago where you get to see three of them, all three of them together, and maybe like some sort of cave hotel or something, and you can see like the cracked walls. And people were saying that the haircut was the same in that photo as the filming of the travel show. And so V must have been someone that was behind the camera watching the show go on. Now, he could have made an episode or two and been behind the scenes during that episode or two, but he had a lot of stuff going on around the time that this was potentially being filmed. It's not like he would have time to go and show up and be in every episode or be behind the camera. This is also a thing that I think people will find a bit hard to swallow, like a big pill. Not everything that your favorite artist or celebrity does is because they enjoy it. And yes, I'm sure as they're doing it, they're having fun because it's what they want to do. It's a career path that's creative, but sometimes you don't want to work. And this, at the end of the day, is work for them. So even though it is traveling, they still have to find fun things to do. They still have to appear on camera and be the character that they are that's on camera. So no matter how comfortable you are on camera, it is always going to be something that you're going to feel like you have to put on a show for. It's a genuine concern when people are making shows like this, especially now that it's going to be on Disney Plus, that they could potentially feel like they need to make it interesting, and that if they stay in one location too long, it's going to be boring, or if they don't react in a certain way, it's going to be boring, or whatever it is. So while we see the show as them having fun, going on vacation, to them it's part of work. They're getting paid to do that, and they wouldn't be doing that show if they weren't getting paid. They might go on a vacation and they might go with whoever member they want to go with, but they're doing the show because they're making money for doing the show. People were saying that since V was allegedly behind the camera, that this must confirm the relationship between JK and him. However, I don't think that that is proven. I think he still could have made his way to 1 or 2 episodes, but he definitely was not there the entire time. I just don't think he would have had the time. You have to understand, he was not only working on his own album, but he was also doing his own TV show, Ginny's Kitchen, and then he was also probably filming the music video, and then he was also doing fashion stuff in London and Paris. Where would he have the time to travel the literal world? It would probably have been more likely that V would have happened to be in the location where Jimin and JK were filming, and then they just met up. And I'm very hopeful and believe that we'll see an episode where we'll see V make the cameo, and I will be right. Now, because of all this, there's a lot of controversy with the show, and there's a lot of threats being thrown around at either JK or V and even Jimin. There's actually been a few people that kind of want the show to be canceled or to not be posted because they believe that this could catapult into more controversy. Because once the show comes out, and if there's even touching of the two, or any of them doing anything that's fun, or that's them eating at a restaurant or something, it's going to then be interpreted as dating, and then I think we might actually get some death threats from the specific community that believes V and JK are dating. And they probably are going to try to argue and say that JK and Jimin eating at a restaurant doesn't mean dating, and then V is going to get death threats. Of course, I can understand wanting to take the video down or not have it posted, and only time will tell what the controversy will be. And in my opinion, it probably will be very big because we haven't really seen anything like this happen before. As in, we haven't seen a moment in which it could fuel either ship community this much. Now, if the V and JK shipping community want to say that those two are cute or whatever it is, they're going to get so much backlash from the Jimin and JK community, and the proof that they're going to use is from this travel show. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, it's really stupid and dumb to let the haters and people who are making up their own narratives in their mind decide how to navigate your own career. Obviously, you can't let those people decide how you want to live your life or what you want to put out in the world. Chances are, around the same time that they probably decided to film this travel show, only JK and Jimin were actually free. And so if they were to put out something together and they wanted it to be a similar BTS type of show, they would just pick each other. And this isn't the first time that BTS has put out a show. They've done so many shows and so many episodes of reality show moments like In the Soup, Bon Voyage, or Run BTS. And I've reacted to some of those on my Patreon, so go check it out. It's $1. And in those moments, we don't always see just the two members specifically next to each other or specifically with each other all the time. It's always all of the members mingling, all of the members are having fun with each other. So I don't know if it's going to be canceled, and I don't think that they're going to care what other people think about the show. I hope one day we can get to the point where the members are happy with each other, happy with doing things that they want to do with each other without a lot of stigma, hate, and attack going to the other members. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks for the comment right here. Love you. Bye.